Hey, Joey Star here for Star Quality Kitchen. Today I will judge the 3 finalists for the Lay's Do Us a Flavor Sweepstake. Every year since 2012, Lay's has people submit their ideas for a new potato chip flavor, narrow it down to 3, create those chips, and then has us do their dirty work in figuring out which is the best. So I will try each of these and give you my honest opinion on them, and at the end tell you which one I think is the best and which one will win this year. And they're not necessarily the same, but let's find out. So first up, there's the Korean style fried chicken flavor. Before I even get into this, have you ever tried Korean fried chicken? If you have, then you already know my excitement. If you haven't, you need to watch the rest of this video and then go look up the closest place where you can get Korean fried chicken and freaking go there. I'm telling you, it'll be your new favorite KFC. But for now, let's try the chips. Gonna open the bag. Get a whiff. So very interesting aroma. Not so much a chicken-like aroma, but I can smell some spices in there. Oh yeah, some spices and perhaps a bit of a umami kind of flavor. Let's give it a shot, let's take a look. So these chips are wavy style. Give you a little close-up. So that's what it looks like. You can see some of the seasoning on there. Nice color to it. Let's take a bite. Nice crunch. Much like the aroma. There's definitely a distinct umami flavor. It kind of reminds me of Korean instant ramen, if I'm being perfectly honest. And that's not a bad thing. But if someone were to slip me this chip and say, hey Joe, what flavor is this? Fried chicken is probably gonna be the last thing that comes to mind. It is tasty though. Very enjoyable chip, not overly seasoned, not very salty. I would say it's probably a healthier option to actually eating ramen, though not as enjoyable. So yeah, Lay's, not for nothing. If you had labeled this as Korean style instant ramen flavor, I would have said you nailed it. But as Korean style fried chicken, not so much. A little palate cleanse. Next, I'm going to try the bacon grilled cheese. This looks rather promising. Open the bag. A whiff. Okay, this actually smells like something that would be a grilled cheese flavor. There's a little something else there. I suppose it's supposed to be the bacon, but bacon doesn't come to mind when I take a whiff. Let's take a look at this. Now this is a little closer looking to your traditional Lay's. Get your close up. Not a whole lot of seasoning on here, or whatever it is that they're putting on here to make it allegedly taste like bacon grilled cheese. Well, one way to find out, right? Good crunch. I would say a better crunch than those wavy chips, even though wavy chips are supposed to be crunchier. This had a better crunch to it. Flavor-wise, grilled cheese, 100% there. The bacon, the flavor is a little closer to being bacon than the aroma was, but if I wasn't already expecting bacon, I'm not sure that I would have conjured bacon. Definitely a smooth flavor. Again, not overly salty. The cheese part of it does not suffer from tasting super artificial like a lot of chips in this position would do. I gotta throw some credits towards Lay's for that. Yeah, it's a pretty enjoyable chip. Yeah, so far so good. Cleanse the old palate. Finally, we're gonna try the Valentina&Lime. If you don't already know, Valentina is a kind of salsa picante. So based on that and the way that the sauce looks on the chip here, I suspect this might be a bit spicy. I'm hoping that's spicy. Let's go ahead and open this and give it a shot. Open the bag, get a whiff. Oh yeah, that is the aroma of a spicy chip. Let's go ahead and take a look. So this is a nice looking chip. Much like the bacon grilled cheese, this is modeled after a traditional Lay's. Let's go ahead and give you a close up. As you can see, it is covered in the seasoning. It has a nice red-orange color to it. You can see the speckles of pepper or whatever else is in the rub that they use to make this. And I liked that, I don't know how this shows up well or not, but there seems to be like, I don't know if that's char or if it's just where some of the seasoning kind of bunched up a bit. Regardless, I find it rather attractive and may consider asking for its phone number later. But my romance is not your concern for now. Let's go ahead and try this chip. Let's get a bite. Lovely crunch. Best crunch out of the three even. I immediately get hit with the lime and a little bit of the picante. It actually does taste like the salsa and lime that it's claiming. So out of the three, this is the most authentic tasting to what it's supposed to be. I'm gonna take another chip here. And look how lovely this chip is. I mean, really. Very nice, very nice. So the heat flavor, it's like a solid mild. It's not super hot, but it's not wimpy either. Yeah. I'd say if you have at least this much tolerance, you'll be all right eating these. But if you have no tolerance, maybe stick to the other two. Take one more here. And it's definitely a tasty chip. The ratio of flavors, I feel like maybe there's just a touch too much lime compared to the salsa picante. I think a little more salsa picante in this flavor would make it even better. So there are your three flavors. I've tried all three. All of them are very enjoyable, but my favorite of the three, easily, is the bacon grilled cheese. It was the smoothest one. It had a re-crunch factor. The crunch was nice. I found myself compelled to keep reaching into the bag to take more chips as I was reviewing it because it's got a nice, it's very satisfying to the taste buds, and the crunch is very satisfying to my appetite. That's the one that I think it's best. I also feel like it's the one that's going to win the vote because although I do so love the traditional flavors that are included, particularly on the Valentina, I know that's not what the general public is into. It's an easier sell because, you know, everybody loves bacon, everybody loves grilled cheese, and Lay's does do an excellent job at combining those flavors into the chip. Although you don't really taste the bacon too much, whatever they actually did, it works, it tastes good. That's my prediction. I still think my all-time favorite, the cheesy garlic bread flavored one. That one was just like, you go through that bag and you're just like, damn, I wish I bought 2 bags. So my vote's gonna be for the bacon grilled cheese flavor. How about you? What do you think? Have you tried any of these? Have you tried all of them? What do you think is best? What do you think about the flavors that are out there? How will you vote this year for Lay's Do Us a Flavor Sweepstake? I'm gonna drop a link to the description box below so you can go ahead and vote. There's still time. They're gonna be taking votes until June 13th. So you don't have all the time in the world, but there's some time. And my understanding is that you can vote a maximum of 1 time per day on the website. So if you feel anything about these, if you feel strongly that any one of them is better than the others, go vote. Let Lay's know what flavors they did the best on that you think they should continue putting out. Thanks so much for watching Star Quality Kitchen. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and stalk. Laters. Hands down, this is the winner. I don't want to influence your vote, but bacon grilled cheese. Vote for bacon grilled cheese.